need to put any mics on or anything, guys?
We already put the one up there that you need.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up when everyone's ready to go. Thank you for being here today. I'm Chief Travis Griffith. I am unfortunately here to provide you with some information of a murder investigation that has been going on here in San Angelo for about the past 36 hours. The information that we're going to be providing today is what we know at this time, and it's subject to change. I would ask that you join with me in praying for the victim's family as we move through this and the loved ones of the victim. In the early morning hours on Saturday, March 21st, at about 1:29 a.m., the San Angelo Police Department was dispatched to the 100 block of East Concho due to a reported stabbing. Upon officers' arrival, they located the victim suffering from significant injuries, and it was later confirmed to be the result of a stabbing. The victim was transported by the San Angelo Fire Department to Shannon Hospital, where hours later he succumbed to his injuries. The victim is being identified as 32-year-old Mark Palacio, a San Angelo resident. Officers began to gather information and contact witnesses on scene. It was reported that earlier in the morning there had been an altercation at another bar between two groups of individuals. These two groups were separated without incident at the other location. These two groups again encountered each other in the 100 block of East Concho after being refused entry into this establishment. A violent encounter occurred and Mark Palacio received a fatal injury. During the investigation, it was learned that the suspect, Johnny Fernandez, 41-year-old San Angelo resident, stabbed the victim in the abdomen during this physical altercation. Furthermore, evidence revealed that Pedro Rivera, a 25-year-old San Angelo resident, threatened the victim with bodily injury while also holding a knife. And this is where I'd like to highlight the difference between the charges that have been filed at this time, one being charged with murder and the other being charged with aggravated assault with the deadly weapon threats. This is what we know at the time, and this is subject to change based off the information that we have. I again want to encourage you and join me in praying for the loved ones of the victim. And before I take any questions, I think it goes without saying that it's been a hard week for our community in relations to crime. It's not very often that we have 2 homicides in 1 week, let alone multiple drive-by shootings on top of those. It says stretch the San Angelo Police Department, and it's important to highlight just how much time and energy goes into these types of investigations. This is difficult, long, tedious investigations of our staff we're running short on. These two things that I want to highlight, though, is that both homicide suspects and all parties that were involved as suspects were taken into custody within 48 hours. And I just want to say thank you to the men and women of the San Angelo Police Department for the long hours and all the work that's come out of our detectives, from our officers that responded, to our crime scene investigators, and our special operations unit, which houses our gang unit. And with that, I will take questions.
You said this happened at the 1000 block of East Concho, or the address?
The question is the location. It happened in the 100 block of East Concho, not necessarily at a particular location. It's outside of an establishment there.
Okay. Was this gang related?
You know, we are currently looking into any gang connection, but there's nothing that we can show at this time that was the driving force. But we will be looking at all angles of whether or not there's an enhanceable element there.
Chief Griffin, I'm just coming off of social media, so
Yes.
I have to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's some discussion about maybe the police feel some type of responsibility since they had a chance to keep this from happening when it first popped off at that other bar. And they let everyone go that they had detained, including the deceased. If they had done their job and arrested them all then everyone would be alive.
So the question that's being posed is, do the police have some sort of liability or connection or sorrow for not taking police action at a earlier event? I would say that throughout San Angelo, we go to many different establishments and we make different choices on whether or not we're going to take enforcement or let people get a ride and go home. That happens all day, every day. We can't guess and second guess what's going to happen. We're going to walk through what we know, when we know, and we'll handle it as such. So that would be my response to that.
All right, follow-up question. You know, there's a theory of policing, the broken window theory.
Yes, sir.
And this is obviously, we have some broken windows. Is there anything that the police is gonna do to crack down on gangs or crack down on, well, another thing is there's probably, 7 or 8 parking lots downtown, more patrols downtown,
Yes,
those
sir.
kinds of things, because the downtown San Angelo area if it falls apart, the city falls apart, and that's bad for everyone. So have you thought through any of these things? And I might be asking prematurely, but have you thought about these things?
Sure. So succinctly, the question is, what are we going to do about violent crime, right? What are we going to do about trying to fix the crime issue that we're seeing right now? I mean, we see this in neighboring cities. We've had a spike in violent crime in neighboring cities across this region. I can tell you that we can do the best that we can with what we have. The San Angelo Police Department is currently facing staffing shortages, and we encourage anyone that would like to take up the honorable task of policing our city to apply with us. We need more bodies. We'll be down to a very low number next month, and so we have plenty of openings, and we encourage you to apply the next cycle. In relation to our special operation groups and things that are currently working, we're currently working major investigations that we can't really necessarily release that we'll think will be dramatic in pushing back against a lot of major crime, and we will continue to do so. And I think that also, we only have the ability to investigate with the resources we have and the ability to provide positive, encounters, meaning stopping things before they happen, requires additional staffing. We're also looking at drone as first responder to get more eyes on locations faster and sooner, to push back as a force multiplier. We're looking at trying to put resources and technology to advance that to be as a force multiplier. But again, I think it comes back to, if you are a San Angelo resident and you want to make a difference, I'm asking you to step up and come apply with us, and we need some support there. Is that any other questions I missed in that? It was a long question, so I'll make sure I got that right, Joe.
So if you're short manning, are there other things that the command staff at the police department can do to provide, I guess? I mean, I'm just thinking it's 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's a lot of parking lots in downtown. Are your guys patrolling Canyon Creek where everyone's asleep, or are you downtown? I mean, those are the questions.
Sure. I mean,
I'm asking about resource allocation.
Yeah, I mean, we only have finite resources. The question is, what do we have in regards to resource allocation in San Angelo? We have finite resources. We have patrol that's on mandatory overtime. We have most of our cases being conducted by CID, which is about half the staff it should be due to staffing. We have them working overtime to finish their cases as needed, which is almost always. And we actually had officers respond that night that were working overtime. And so every angle, our police department is stretched. And there's really, the simplest way is to address, and I'll go ahead and tell you, I've been in contact with our city council and our city leaders, and they believe they're going to be putting more resources towards this, and I believe them. I believe they're going to help fund us appropriately. And ultimately, I can tell you that with the allocation of resources, we're doing exactly what we need to be doing. Is we're putting as many officers we can on the street to address the concerns that are happening as we have the ability to do so. And we're looking at force multipliers, and we're looking at ways that we can partnership with the Sheriff's Department and with the DPS, and we have created a drug task force with those organizations, and we partner with our federal partners to make sure that we are doing exactly what we can do with what we have and being good stewards of that. And I believe that we're seeing that. Anything else? I'd like to end on just everyone that's lost a loved one this week, whether it be in crashes or whether it be in violent crime. We'd be praying for them, and I appreciate y'all coming out today. Thank you.